Welcome to Talking with Kron, the podcast where we tell it like it is. Today I am joined by Saeed, aka the Doyenne, legendary Phoenix musician and writer. And we just decided to do this podcast about 10 minutes ago. I am very anxious about the idea of making long-term plans. So when I ask somebody if they want to do this sort of thing, and then they say, "Well, how about Wednesday?" Then I get very panicked because I don't know how I'm going to feel on Wednesday. Maybe it's going to be one of those days where I didn't get any sleep or I'm constipated or whatever, and it just wouldn't work. So like with you, I messaged you and you said yes, and then I said, "All right, let's can you do this in 20 minutes?" And I'm curious if that made you angry.
Oh no, no. I would prefer, to be honest, the fact that we're doing it right now and like I'm up right now. You actually called me while I was awake. Yeah, that it just, that's one of those planets align things. So yeah, it pans out.
Is there anything about me that does like make you angry?
About you? No, I don't think so. I mean, I no. There's not some secret thing I'm harboring.
Because now's the time, if there is.
Right, just the confessional. No. There's nothing that I can think of. I think we've known each other. Oh my God, how long has it been now? 15 years, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Well, if you think of anything before the end of this, please let me know. So you woke up at around 10 today.
I woke up at 10 today, yeah. Usually it's a lot later, but I actually went to sleep pretty early yesterday, so
Okay. Do you usually have like a wind down routine in order to go to sleep?
um more or less. I mean, I kind of just fall asleep like I because my work schedule is so kind of in and out right now and so part-time, I end up having a lot of days where I don't have anything to do, so I just, I'll just sleep or whatever,
Hmm.
off and on. So, I mean, yesterday was definitely one of those kind of days. I think I did a couple things throughout the day, like social media things or oh, I did a lot of music stuff yesterday, like mixing, doing some mastering. And then I'm pretty sure I slept like 10 hours altogether. So yeah, that's just how it happens. You just kind of I don't have like a chair or a desk in my room. So I lay in the bed a lot. So I'll be in the middle of doing something and just fall out for a few hours and get up. So yeah,
Sure. So, sorry, you said that you do have a chair?
I don't.
You
I
don't have a
don't.
chair.
Yeah, there's one in the house, but not in my room. So yeah.
Yeah, I hate chairs. I way prefer to lay down when I'm doing everything.
Okay.
What
Just makes
about
me sleepy.
what about when you
But
wake up? Do you have like a morning routine? Like do you drink caffeine? What do
not
you
as yeah, not as much as I used to. I mean, I was an energy drink person and still kind of can be. Like if I know I have a long day and I need to stay up, I'll drink one. But no, usually when I wake up, you just you wash your face and get something to eat or whatever. And I do a lot of like I'll think about what I'm doing, like what can I do to make myself useful today. But yeah, I've never really had much of a like healthy routines. Like I don't work out when I wake up or anything like that. Like that's doing too much. So
Yeah, I've been meaning to get back into exercise, but
mm,
here's the thing
hmm
is I'm told that if you exercise more that you'll uh be less tired out and have more energy. But then when I exercise, then I have less energy and I'm more tired after I exercise. So
Ex
like,
exactly. Like
you
I
know,
can't. How do you win? How do you win? I have to be tired to not be tired. Like
yeah. What's the deal with that?
what's
Yeah,
the deal with that?
yeah, it's completely pointless. And
Right.
yeah, people need to get their head out of their ass about exercise
They
before they
do.
just
They
die.
do. I wish that would be nice. That would help. Yeah.
What have you been eating for breakfast lately?
Um, I have been because I don't wake up in the morning necessarily. I do have cereal. I've gotten back into oatmeal. I used to be an oatmeal fanatic as a kid, mostly, but I am going back to that a little bit, and it's very filling.
Hmm.
Um, so that's probably the main stuff. I'm also a sandwich fiend. So
Well,
as
hold
long
on,
as
hold on, hold on, hold on. You've said a lot. Let's process this. Let's back up a
that's
little bit.
processed, that's processed.
What kind of cereal do you like?
Okay. I've been trying to do the more the healthy stuff. So like, right now I have Chex. I'm very big into Chex right now. So like cinnamon and like strawberry vanilla Chex is my go-to right now. And then I
Is
also
it the kind that has like pieces of fruit in it, or is it like the Chex itself is flavored?
just the Chex itself is flavored.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. They're like lightly sweetened, so it's not like overwhelming.
Hmm.
And then or that or these oatmeal squares that I got, which are kind of bland. So I don't like reach for them very often, but I do have those too. So yeah, trying to stay away from the super sugary stuff, which is painful because I really do love my fruity pebbles and cinnamon toast crunch and stuff like
Sure.
that. But they're not healthy for me. So
What about oatmeal? Do you have any
mm,
particular? Somebody else on this podcast was talking about how they put nutritional yeast in hot sauce in oatmeal, and I was appalled.
I am too. That is vile. I don't. That's a black day to hear someone doing that to oatmeal. Strawberries and cream. That's my favorite. Um, but I'm doing trying to do the lower sugar ones. I'm losing weight, so like I like actually seeing like a bariatric specialist and stuff like that. And it's working. I've lost about 30 pounds over the last 3 months. So I'm just paying attention to my sugar intake. Like I drink just diet soda and stuff like that. So out of those, maple and brown sugar and apples and cinnamon, those are probably my two like the goats for me.
Where do you go for your groceries?
Oh, I do delivery.
Oh, okay.
With Safeway. Yeah, yeah. Like I'll go. I mean, obviously, it's. I sometimes prefer to go myself, but like no, like it's if I can pay $10 and have somebody drop it off, that makes sense to me. So
Sure. I think that I should pause right now and I should
okay.
encourage you to encourage others to donate to this podcast. Would that be something you would be comfortable with?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty fun.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I do it right now.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Um. Well, if you are looking to donate to the arts, I think that
The arts, I like that. That
yeah,
yeah, no,
you
that's
got to
nice.
do it that you got to do it that way. Yeah. So if you're gonna donate to the arts, I think that what Jason's doing here is significant
Hmm.
because sometimes not everything has to be about anything, and I think that that's something that you should put your funds behind. So yeah, you should donate to this podcast. Do you have a Patreon or anything like that?
It's Venmo.com / talking
Thank,
with Crone. That is
thank.
Venmo.com / talking with Crone.
There you go. Okay. So please Venmo. Yeah.
I would also like to say that I still have no sponsors
Mm,
for this podcast, but I would love to be bought. So anything at all that you want to pay me for to give a shout out to your business. I do have an extremely large listening fan base, and
mm.
you would love to have what the industry insiders call the Kron bump.
The Kron
So
bump. Wow.
please let me know if I can do anything to help you help me help you. right,
Mhm.
we're back. So I don't have anything else prepared. Is there
Okay.
anything that you would like to ask me?
Well, just not. I didn't have anything specifically in mind, but I mean, like, I guess kind of in general. How are you doing? What's been? Are you good? Or
Oh no, no, no.
okay.
But that's okay. I've drinking some coffee today.
Okay.
I went on a nice walk.
That's
I
nice.
I did some cleaning. I did some sweeping.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I ate a sandwich that had sunflower butter and blueberries.
Mm-hmm.
I would make it with toast,
Mm-hmm.
but there might be some electrical issues in our house, so we're not using the air fryer right now, and we're gonna have an
Mm.
electrician come out uh,
Okay.
next week because the lights have flickered some, so
Mm.
that might be an issue.
Right. Right.
So that was pretty all right. Later, I was gonna watch the Royal Rumble, the wrestling.
Oh, wait.
Uh,
Royal. Oh, because WrestleMania's coming up in a couple months.
WrestleMania is in mid-April, and then the winner of
Mm-hmm.
the Rumble gets to challenge one
Yep.
of the two champions. So it's either going to be probably it'll either be Cody Rhodes if he doesn't lose to Kevin Owens today, which he that would be ridiculous.
Mm.
So it'll
Mm.
be either be Cody Rhodes or it'll be Gunther if Gunther is still the champion at the
Mm.
time. So generally, uh, the winner of the Royal Rumble, then they like point to the WrestleMania sign, and
Mm.
like Cody Rhodes did that last year. He was one of, I think, four people that have won Royal Rumbles back to back. But then the previous
Oh.
Royal Rumble that he won at WrestleMania, he lost to Roman Reigns. And
Mm.
so that was 2 years ago. And then last year was the rematch. But when he won the Royal Rumble, he like pointed to the WrestleMania sign because that's the dramatic gesture. And then
Right.
he pointed really aggressively to Roman Reigns, who was like in the back, like, in a skybox sort of thing. And
Mm.
then Roman, like, got up and then started yelling back at him as if they could like hear each other from this
Right.
distance of the arena. But it was a powerful gesture. And then The Rock
Right.
got involved.
Yeah, I do recall that. What was it last year? They tried to push him to come back some kind of way.
Well, he was originally going to fight. He was going to fight Roman like a while ago,
Mhm.
and then that just like never happened. And then it was finally going to happen this year. And then Cody was who originally was going to fight Roman was going to fight Seth Rollins instead, who was the other champion at the time. He's since lost, but then The Rock was going to step in and fight Roman, but people were like outraged, and there was like a "We Want Cody" movement. It was very powerful and moving.
Mhm.
And then The Rock turned heel and turned bad
Yes.
guy is what that means. I don't know if
Oh
I should
yeah, no.
explain.
Heels and
Oh yeah,
face.
of course.
Heels
I'm
faces.
sorry. I don't
K
mean
Fab.
to
K
indulge in
Fab.
the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah. I grew up on wrestling. I just haven't been keeping up with it lately. Just because it really is a commitment to watch, a 2-3 hour broadcast of Raw or SmackDown, whatever. But
It's a
like,
lot. Yeah.
yeah.
What have you been watching lately?
Oh, I am still I still do my anime. That's always going to be a part of it, but the core thing I'm watching most of the time is just YouTube. I am like on the hunt for new video essayists.
Hmm.
Uh, not because there's anything wrong with what I have been, but I know that my intake has been really limited. I realized it when I saw my YouTube end of review. I saw that it was all the same people, and they're all like I don't have any people of color I really follow or women, so I seek that out. So that's kind of what I've been on the search for.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a lot of YouTube. That's definitely what I fall asleep to. But yeah, I've also restarted Netflix, which was a complete response to Beyonce in the Super Bowl. So I'm kind of working through those shows. Yeah, that's what I've been.
Monday Night Raw's on Netflix now. That
It is. I saw that when I
yeah.
was, yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, yeah, which is to me a good reason to get back into it. I've always, it's been 20 years, but I mean, it's something to watch, and it's not like I don't like watching a wrestling match. So,
Did you have a favorite wrestler back in the day?
who did I like back in the day? I think I kind of came in during the Raw. I mean, a lot of my early experience was like my grandfather and him watching. He was really big into Ric Flair. That was one of his favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And then as time went on, I think Scott Steiner was
Oh
definitely
yeah.
up there, Big Papa Pump, Um, The Rock, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know about now, but back then, sure. Um, I used to have this thing about like the jobbers, like the lower tier wrestlers who could put on really good matches, but were never like the core champion type of guys. People
Mm-hmm.
like Tajiri or like S.A. Rios. Yeah, yeah, like I like those type of because they always had something interesting about them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when like Maven was a thing for a minute, and he had like one of the best drop kicks in like ever. It was just insane how high he would jump, for example. So yeah, I guess I didn't really have a favorite, but I definitely had some that I appreciated. Oh yeah,
What do you think you've picked up the most from Golden Girls?
the wit. I mean, just being able to like come up with something off the cuff right then and there, and it be like funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first exposure to that kind of where it can be like insulting and kind of but a quip. There's something different between a quip and like just an insult. There's obviously they do both, but it's just like that was my first exposure to like, oh, there's a way to communicate with people that's really genuinely funny.
Right.
So that was definitely my pickup, like my start of that. And then of course you pick it more as you get older, but that was as a kid, as a 3, 4, 5 year old, that was the beginning of that.
Yeah, I so Sophia more so was like your person, like your
Dorothy has always been,
oh
as
yeah, I guess
far as quit.
Dorothy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Dorothy's gonna be my center of just like that half lit expression of just being tired of everything and having like
Mm-hmm.
a criticism or whatever. Sophia, yeah, I mean, but she was more so like I look at her very much as like the Steve Urkel character, where it's just like the show doesn't necessarily revolve around her, but she's like the punchline to a lot of the jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she definitely, because I don't know if we've talked about this at any point, but the very first episode, there's actually 5 characters. There's the 4 girls, but the 3 before Sophia moves in from the nursing home. There's a gay guy that lived with them,
Right.
and yeah, and they took him off after the pilot. But if there was no Sophia, that would have been the 4th Golden Girl. Like that was the original plan. And I think about how, especially some of these earlier shows, kind of shifted their focus toward certain characters. But it's like Sophia was never like the main character. She's very much like the mascot
Mm-hmm.
of the show.
I think this is probably a good place to wrap this up.
Okay.
Do you feel like because some of this was questions that I thought of in advance and some of it was off the cuff.
Hmm.
Do you feel like this went adequately?
Yeah, I think so.
How would you rate how much fun you had?
I'm still waking up, so it's kind of hard to gauge. But I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed myself.
It's like a five, maybe at least.
Oh, definitely more than a 5. Come on, come on, come on. It's better
Okay.
than a 5.
What are you
Yeah.
doing with the rest of your day?
Today's Saturday. I've been putting off playing video games, so I kind of want to do that. I've been really depressed this week, so I kind of want to not be today. So that's probably gonna be the core of what I do.
Been replaying Mario Odyssey.
No,
No, no,
well,
not Odyssey. Wonder. Mario Wonder. I've been playing.
uh, oh, you've been playing? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Partner, yeah. Have you played that?
No, I don't have a Switch. I still have the PS4. I hope to get a 5 eventually, but they're very expensive. So I'm thinking about the Switch 2 when that comes out, but I'm not. That's expensive too.
All right. Well, uh, thanks for joining me. This has been
Yeah.
Talking with Kron with the Doyenne. Is there any websites or albums or anything you want to drop?
I have 3 albums I'm working on right now, 3 mini albums, for a trilogy. And yeah, I'm fine with the usual places. If you search the Doyenne, it should come up. But I have a link tree as well. Saeed Dijon, my first and middle name, Syeedddijon. So yeah, if I'm definitely around, always around. So
All right. Well, thank you for joining me today, everybody.